Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 16th of June. I'm Phillip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pia.
Do you know what, we could probably stop introducing ourselves after, what show number are we up to, Gary? 170 or something? You'd reckon after 170 times we wouldn't have to introduce ourselves, but there we are. I suppose we've got a format, Gary, and we should stick to it.
Well, let's stick to a good thing, Phillip.
I suppose there's always a new viewer coming on every week, Gary, that might not know who we are.
Every hour, Phillip, and it also proves that we don't have dementia as well, which is another good thing. Phil, it is indeed the 16th of June, and it's a few days after your birthday. I just want to wish you a very happy birthday. Happy 60th birthday. Fantastic. He looks good for 60, doesn't he? Not bad anyway.
40, actually. Thank you. My 40th birthday.
Can you even remember?
Saturday it was.
Your 40th birthday. It is your birthday.
Thanks to those of you that, thank you very much. Thanks to those of you that sent me emails, text, flowers, chocolates, whiskey, and to those of you that did not bother to do anything. Yeah. Disappointing. And I do know who you are.
And of course, a very exciting...
I hold a grudge too, just for the record.
You do. It's exciting birthday time as well, because it's my son's birthday tomorrow, Phil.
It is.
And talking about sons, let's just talk about your son winning the Premier's Award. Now, I don't understand what's going on with the gene pool here, but Ben Kingston has won the Premier Award, and you went
Premier's
the Premier's Award, and tell us a bit about what that is.
Well, he's
very proud dad
really
now.
Annoyed that we're talking about this.
I know he doesn't like being
but
brainy.
He was one of the top students in the state. I think one of two students that won the Premier's Award for the state.
Incredible.
Top the state in economics in his VCE when he was in year 11. So interestingly, they had this big production at the plenary hall at the exhibition centre.
Yes.
So you go off and you see they all go up on stage and you shake the Premier's hand and he gives you this this little notice saying you're a genius. So that was very nice. But we took him from there to the Children's Hospital.
Yes.
And we had to take him to the Children's Hospital.
Well, he's not really doing operations medical operations, is he?
No, because they've got
brain surgery.
They've got a DNA testing facility there because my wife was very clear that we needed to establish the paternity of my son.
Because the father could be anyone. The mother, we know, is clever. The father,
correct.
Can't work it out.
The testing for the actual paternity testing for him hasn't come in yet.
You're being silly, Phillip, aren't you? Because he did go only to the Premier and get the award, and a very proud moment. And congratulations. Getting into real estate, Phil, we had a very good weekend. Do you know what our auction
big weekend? Well, all I can tell you is what happened on my birthday, Gary, which was Saturday. Although some viewers may be confused because there was a bit of birthday activity going on Sunday, but on Saturday, birthday had 9 out of 9 auctions selling. So I think that's really the ultimate birthday present.
But you decided to cream it, didn't you, on Sunday? And here we are, have our most well-attended auction. And of course, you've made them sing happy birthday too. We've got a little bit of footage.
Make them sing happy birthday.
You wouldn't start the auction.
Announced to the crowd.
He held the auction to ransom until they sang. Let's have a look at this.
I know. Before we had a look at it, I want you to be very clear. I said it's Sunday. I said, ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday the 14th of June, which is a day after my birthday. And I said, if you'd like to sing happy birthday to me, you're welcome to do so. In which case, 300 people, because that was the most incredibly attended auction.
It was, 350
300 people sang me happy birthday, which was very nice. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you individually for your kind rendition.
And you didn't say stop singing and throw money, did you? Because it's good when you don't do that. I like it. But that's wonderful. Well done. Congratulations.
Hip hip! Hey! Thank you very much.
This is a guy that hates birthdays so much to the point.
You
go missing any birthday. So much so, viewers, that this is how long I've known this bloke for. He's had a 21st birthday in Melbourne, which I've thrown, which was fantastic, by the way. He didn't even attend it. He was overseas, so he wouldn't have a 21st. So I threw a 21st for him. Everybody had to come with something red because his hair was a lot redder then than it is now. So he had to either wear something red.
Can we get back to the business of real estate?
That was funny.
Gary? It's enough about me.
Yes.
It's not always about me.
No, well, you tend to make it that way, Phillip. But what a great weekend, Phillip, because we did sell how many out of how many?
Well, we sold 14 out of 16.
We did. That gives us a clearance rate of 87.5%, if I'm not mistaken.
Against an industry average, which is officially 80, but will get scaled back to 78. So let's put the industry up at 78. Gary, Associates up to 88%. So
we love that.
A thumping weekend, Gary. So Gary, let's talk about some of the highlights from the weekend that was.
We can, Phillip, and let's talk about Linton Street in St Kilda East, one of the auctions that you had. There's lots of action there. Prices undisclosed, but it did sell under competition.
It performed strongly, as you would expect the home of an Olympic rower to perform. A lovely couple that we sold for, and a lovely couple that we sold to. Linton Street, walking distance to Carlisle Street. Great spot. spot there, sold well in excess of the reserve, a thumping auction.
Another great auction, Philip, on Saturday, undisclosed though, is in Rosanna Street, Carnegie. Well done to Leor, I had the pleasure of seeing him do that. Sold for, well, I can say, I don't need to say the reserve, but I can say that it sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars above reserve, Philip. I think that's okay to disclose.
Just strong Carnegie, it's just performing brilliantly well.
I want to talk about a property that we didn't sell. I know it's unusual, but I think it's great value, Philip, and that's in Hawthorn Road. This is a massive apartment, 210 at 449 Hawthorn Road, Caulfield South. Lamore Herskovitz is handling this one, and the price now is $699. We had an offer very close to that, but the vendor who wanted it in excess of $7 has now said $699 will buy it, Philip. That's good value, and go out and grab that one.
And another property we didn't sell for the weekend, which was only two, was in Rosalie Street. This wonderful two-bedroom villa unit, which is now priced at $749. I think that's a good buy too, Phil. I think it's a great investment.
Someone will jump on that. Philip, the longest auction perhaps in the history of our company was at 377 Kooyong Road, Elstonwick. I can't say the price, although we were expecting somewhere in the high ones. The reserve was in that area, and let me just say that it went for way more.
Would it be fair to say that it sold for approximately?
No, we can't say.
So hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We can say that, Philip.
Now that was the longest auction of my entire career. I think I took something like 300 bids at that auction.
It was insanity, and we genuinely love it, Philip.
You had to ring my auction that was scheduled to occur after that, and just let the vendors and the team know that I'd be
right
running
there
late.
on the
and thank goodness that auction was literally probably about two minutes away.
Good planning, Philip, and not only that, but one of the buyers for the next auction was running a bit late as well, so it actually worked beautifully. But a very exciting auction. Congratulations to the vendor. We did shoot GPTV there at 377 Kooyong Road, Elstonwick. Philip, 128 Westbury Close. Well, when that was sold some 9 years ago or 10 years ago, it made big news. We might even have the article to put up there because Ben Rothschild sold it. But that was sold at the time for $1 million in 2006, and that was the first time a home in Balaclava had sold for that sort of money. Well, the price is undisclosed, but they do say, well, I tell you what we can say. They say property doubles every 7 or 8 years, and this
they say it doubles every 10 years.
Okay, well, it more than doubled, put it that way.
So, and it more than doubled in less than 10 years.
It did more than double in less than 10 years.
I don't think that any great deal of money was spent on that property.
No, and we were looking in that sort of high ones, Philip, and it sold for way more.
All I can say is Balaclava has certainly come of age as of Sunday.
Absolutely. Biggest sale of the week, though, Philip, was that massive crowd that we saw at 12 Bambra Road, Caulfield South. The price, thankfully, and thanks to the vendors and buyers, is disclosed. Sold for $2,830,000. Tell us a bit about that auction
Gary,
quickly.
Firstly, I'd like to congratulate the vendors who have created the most magnificent home. They do fabulous work, so a special shout out to them for creating one of the most beautiful homes I think we've ever seen. And they have set a record price, Gary, in Caulfield South. That is the highest priced home ever sold at auction in Caulfield South.
We set records, Philip, and then we just go and break them.
Well, we'd actually made that claim. We'd sold a property in Caulfield South about a month before where we set a new record.
Yep.
Well, this one just smashed that record. But what an incredible house, and what an incredible crowd. I have never seen so many people in my entire life.
Did we have the coffee van there?
No, unfortunately we didn't.
Well, they wouldn't have got very far with that many people, I suppose. Philip, we have got a query from a viewer of GPTV asking about what the meaning of schmick is.
Schmick.
So somebody asked us. So
what is the meaning of schmick? Well, schmick is an Eastern European derived word. I'm making this up as I go, but I'm pretty sure it's true. But when we describe something as schmick, we describe it as cutting edge. We describe it as elegant. We describe it as fabulous. It's a word that really summarises all of those things. So if anybody was to ever describe your suits, Gary, as schmick, they would be wrong. But we could certainly describe some of the houses we sell as schmick, and certainly it's a word that really, it's a complimentary word, and it's a word that really shouts out whatever we're describing stands out as being something fantastic and fabulous.
Absolutely, Philip. Thanks very much for that, and I hope that viewer's question has been well answered, although I'm not sure about the integrity around some of the words that were there earlier. Phil, another question that came in is from a viewer saying, how do we allocate agents to properties? Like, who handles what within our business? And it was an interesting question, a good question from a deep thinking viewer. The reality is, Philip, that we are a very, very open in that respect, I suppose, because there's lots of people handling lots of properties, and there are specialists within our organisation.
Yeah.
So, you know, for example, you take somebody like Rafi Joffe, who specialises in off the plan. Darren Krongold and Sally Zellman will specialise in a lot of the prestige properties. We have people that specialise in apartments, but there's a lot of cross-selling of properties right across the board. So the reality is that it's often the agent with the relationship with the client that will bring the property in, and then we will work out internally what is the best opportunity for that client.
A good salesperson really can cover all of the bases, whether they'd be selling one-bedroom apartments or luxury homes. But having said that, there is a degree of specialisation, but it's more about the relationship with the client.
And the internal system of our business is that everybody has a chance to sell everything and gets remunerated for success. So that means that whether you are actually have introduced a property that is your specialty, yes, you will have the capability of handling it, but one of our specialists will work with you.
With all the hand movements.
Yeah, lots of hand moves today, Philip. I've been doing some Tai Chi. Phil, let's talk about the auctions this weekend. We have 13 auctions over 7 or 8 suburbs. Can we review
Gary,
them, please?
we can, but we're going to start by reviewing this incredible home where we are at the moment, which is Erica Avenue in the heart of Glen Iris, Gary.
How lucky are we to be handling this sale, because it's beautiful. It's a magnificent home. We're right in the heart of Erica Avenue. We've sold in this street before. We've had many sales in Glen Iris, Philip. Not that we're well known for selling Glen Iris, but we have great success when we do.
Gary, this is the most incredible family home. It has one of the best floor plans I think I've ever seen. The perfect layout of this home combines family living with great entertaining spaces. I love the position here. We've got High Street at one end of the street, and we've got Wattle Tree Road. Yes. We've got public transport is obviously a big
great schools,
key here.
Philip.
Great schools,
beautiful parks,
parklands, access to the best shopping centre, access to the freeway. Doesn't get any better positionally than this property. Yes. But have a look around. I mean, the entertaining areas are brilliant. That back garden, the swimming pool, the elevated alfresco undercover area. This is a quality home and goes to the market this weekend. I'm pumped. I'm excited and enthusiastic to be the auctioneer here, Gary.
This is the house of the week, Philip. You'll be here at 2:30 on Saturday. I'm going to come and join you.
Lovely.
And I love this back orientation towards the sun, Philip. So bright.
It's light and bright. This is not a good house for a vampire. So
no, vampires stay away from this house. We'll be throwing garlic and cloves and all everything else.
You're vampired up, aren't you?
Oh, love the vampire era, Philip. And actually, talking about vampires, funny you bring that up. It's
bit
a
of a
very
segue
sad,
to vampires. Got no idea where we're going.
I know you don't, but I'm going to tell you where we're going. It's a very sad week for vampire lovers because the actor Christopher Lee just passed away, Philip. One of the most famous actors in the vampire and horror genre.
So famous. And I've never heard of him.
If you saw him, Christopher Lee, you'd know exactly who he is. So for those vampire lovers, we say goodbye to Christopher Lee. We wish you lots of blood sucking in the sky. Phil,
okay, Gary, let's talk about the other auctions this weekend.
Let's do it. Philip, we're starting off Saturday at 10:30 a.m. in Malvern. We love it in Malvern.
We do,
and this property, Leo Samuel's auctioning, and it's 205 at 1387 Malvern Road, Malvern.
Great property, Gary. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and right in the heart of a little village shopping centre there. Great position and virtually a brand new property.
Last week, Phil, we shot GPTV at number 24 Saturn Street, CAULFIELD South. This is a beautiful home, Phil. It is going to be very affordable at around that $1 million or just over. Tell us about this
3 to 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking for a couple of cars. That's light, it's bright, it's character-filled and quite luxurious. I love those polished timber floorboards and open fireplace.
As do I, Philip. Leo Samuel has auction honours at 12:30 in CAULFIELD South in Olinda Street. Great address, great style of home.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, off-street car parking for 2 cars. That's a very clever house, gorgeous renovation and fantastic timber-decked outdoor area.
So Phil, we've talked about Erica Street, 2:30 on Saturday. Be here Sunday morning, bright and early. Phillip Kingston, you are going to open the auction day in Rosalie Street. Tell us about this.
Gary, what a great house. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. Move straight into that house and not spend a cent. And I love Rosalie Street. I love the position.
It's a hop, skip and a jump from there to Bambra Road, Philip. We're going to be down the other end in CAULFIELD North at 72 Bambra Road. Unit number 1, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, it's not really a unit, Gary. No, this is a 2-storey home. It's got its own street frontage, and that is a great property on the corner of Hudson Street. That's 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage with wraparound courtyard gardens. That is a good home.
I won't be there, unfortunately, Philip, because I'm going to be auctioning this terrific period home in Hawthorn Street with Joel Sir. I'm looking forward very much to doing this one at 11:30 on Sunday morning. Take us through it.
Well, Gary, this has got the most beautiful facade, and this is a home. This is an old home with a gorgeous facade, and that facade, as you can see, viewers, has aged a lot better than your facade, Gary.
Thanks so much for that.
That's 3 or 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, off-street car parking, and the joys of Elstonwick are on your doorstep.
Lots of auction action at 12:30. Phillip, you're going to be in Eastern Kilda, but I'm going to be in Caulfield Central in this wonderful property in Anderson Street. This is a great looking home.
Gary, this is an architect designed and quality built development, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage. That was built by one of Melbourne's finest builders,
yes,
which
Omnicom.
is Omnicom Constructions, and what a great job they did there.
Omnicom are one of the best in Melbourne, Phillip. They do a beautiful job. We're looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to doing that auction. You unfortunately won't be doing that auction because you're going to be in Kilwinning Court.
Gary, that's an amazing address, Kilwinning Court, because it's just off Balaclava Road near the intersection of Hawthorn Street.
Yes.
A very gentle stroll down to Carlisle Street. A tiny little court, but a very generous and elegant home. As many as 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, a solid brick, beautifully built family home.
Can you put Kilwinning in a sentence, those 2 words?
I'm going to try to do it.
Okay, fair enough. You can think that one through, but not for too long, Phil, because you've got an auction to do on Sunday at 1:30. I'm going to be joining you here in the former street where I lived for 13 years and loved it, Phil.
You did live in Allison Road, but
Yes.
there's 2 parts to Allison Road. There's the part between Kooyong Road
Yes.
and Orrong Road,
Yes.
and then there's the part between Orrong Road and
Yes.
St George's Road. Now, the part between Orrong Road and St George's Road is the less salubrious spot, which is where you lived. We're auctioning this home in the premier part of Allison Road.
In the Paris end of
And what an incredible house,
Road.
Gary.
Yeah.
4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, undercover car parking for 2 cars, generous garden areas and a north-facing back garden.
It's got a beautiful aspect. It is a wonderful property, Phillip, and in that terrific Allison Road address, not far from the park, going to represent great buying for somebody. Ludbrook Avenue, Phillip, is also at 1:30. Leo Samuel's auctioning that property. Great looking home as well. We've got some beauties this weekend.
Gary, beautiful parquetry floors throughout, glossy granite bench tops, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 lock-up garage, great entertaining areas, a beautiful home.
Now, Phillip, in the UK on the Monopoly board, Old Kent Road was one of the cheapest properties, but there was an article actually in the paper saying it's one of the most expensive addresses now in the UK.
Is that right?
London, yes, Old Kent Road,
Just
which is one of the first ones on the board.
goes to show that everything gets gentrified if you hang on long enough.
In fact, I'm not sure if it's more expensive than Mayfair, and what's the other one next to Mayfair?
Park Lane, Gary.
Park Lane, but I've got to tell you, we know that in Caulfield North, Kent Grove is one of the best addresses and always has been.
Gary, this is a classical, timeless, elegant family home, beautifully built. It's a one-owner property. That is just magnificent right throughout, and obviously a great address. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, everything that opens and shuts. I love that house.
Now, I don't mind saying, Phillip, in that house, I think that the actual builder's daughter lives in that home.
Correct.
And that was built specifically and purposefully for them.
Yep.
And no corners were cut. It really is a beautiful quality home. So we're looking forward to that one. That's at 2:30 on Sunday, Phillip. Kent Grove, one of the feature auctions of the weekend. We look forward to seeing you there. You'll be moving on to the final auction where you'll be bringing down the curtain, Phillip, in Balaclava Road, number 60. Take us through this magnificent property.
To use that theatrical expression of bringing down the curtain, Gary, I think that's nice. You've never used that before. I like it. And from a theatrical point of view, if you're going to bring down the curtain, bring it down with this incredible property, because that is the most incredible home on a big block of land just down from Orrong Road in Balaclava Road. 4 or 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for plenty of cars, a beautiful swimming pool. This is an amazing house because positionally perfect, and all of the rooms are in exactly the right spot. It's been beautifully renovated a few years ago, and you can really just move into that house and love living there from day one. What an incredible weekend of offerings.
You don't really listen to what I say, do you? Because I've said bringing down the curtain a lot. I might get Visual Domain to go back to all the episodes, see how many times I've said bring down the curtain. And you think it's the first time I've ever said it.
Well, you know, are you telling me you use that expression a lot?
I reckon I use it.
You are
Visual Domain,
you are
there's a
so
challenge
old-fashioned. With
you liked it a second ago.
I liked it if it was original, but if you're telling me you use it all the time, you know what? That's the trouble.
So it's only good to use once, is it?
Well, it's actually quite an old-fashioned term. I like to hear it occasionally. I thought that was the first time you've used it, and yes, you're absolutely right. I don't listen to a lot of what you've got to say.
But hopefully the viewers over there watching GPTV do, Phillip, because it's been an action-packed episode, a great market.
And we're bringing down the curtain on this episode.
Sure are.
Viewers, thanks very much for watching. Look forward to seeing you out and about this weekend. Have a great week.
Bye now.